Try it again. This is why we can't have nice things. I did it. Go to next phase. I did it. Wow.
Maybe I needed to leave the game.
Maybe. So if I put 2 guys on this transport and go invade this island, I have to roll a 2 or a 1 before they roll a 1.
A 2.
A 2.
Because they defended
Right,
a 2.
So I'd have to roll a 2 or 1 before they roll a 2 or a 1.
Yeah.
But if I add the fighters, that makes it 2 plus 3. That makes it 5.
So now I need to roll a 5.
So I'd have to roll a 5 or less.
Yep.
Gosh. My brain might explode. It's not that difficult a concept to understand. I understand that. But also, like...
It takes a lot to process it and think an extra level of strategy. Yeah, I get it.
It kind of... I don't hate it, but also I kind of hate it.
The concept of its own is fine. But the fact that you're going against everything that we have ever learned about this game.
Right. I also feel like it would extend the game a significant amount, because you would just never have a landslide victory anywhere.
Yeah.
Unless you're going up like 10 against 1.
Right.
And even then, it should be a landslide victory. So if I send my 2 guys and a fighter against their 2 fighters, they're going to get 1 hit guaranteed.
Yep.
And I have to roll a 5 or less to get 1 hit.
Yep.
So more than likely, I'm going to lose that battle because he gets 1 guaranteed hit, and I get at most 1 hit.
Right.
I mean, I forget how little you could do the first turn with the U.S. Oh my gosh.
But if you do hit and you take out a fighter, then your attack power is the same, and you're rolling 4 against.
No, because they're guaranteed 1 hit
After,
immediately. Oh, I see what you're saying.
After you lose the guy.
I see what you're saying. So I have to roll a 5 or less to get a hit. And I rolled a 4, so I get 1 hit. And they have an 8, so they get 1 hit, and they have to roll
I forgot
2 or less.
I forgot about the chance for 2.
They rolled a 3, so it didn't
Okay.
matter.
So now your attack power is the same.
So now I have 4. I have to roll a 4 or less.
And they have a 4 or less.
They did, and they have to roll a 4 or less.
The difference is that you now have a guy to lose instead of the fighter.
I don't care about the land.
That's what I was talking about. You took out 2 fighters.
Yeah, I understand the victory.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around how these dice
Oh,
rolls
the
work.
dice rolls? Yeah.
I'm still trying to process these dice rolls. I forget I'm building a carrier there. Aircraft carrier. Battleship. Artilla and a dude.
Well, if I'll try now that I have 2 bombers, we'll try the strategic bomb one more time. And if I saw that my rolls are doubled, then as the UK, I am just going to strategic bomb.
It would make the most sense.
I'm going to build up a few guys in India to defend it. Maybe load a guy on a transport every turn just to mess with Germany, and just strategic bomb. So now the whatever they call it, the the hint thing at the beginning when they're like favorable, strong, that I would guess means a lot more now because that's
Right.
essentially telling you the outcome.
Right. Okay, they still have 6. They're still getting 1 hit. Still trying to process how I even feel about this. Well, I just took Manchuria,
Wow,
so maybe I feel good about it.
pretty easily too. The fact that that wasn't even a contest.
I'm still trying to even wrap my brain around it.
Because it essentially teams up your lower level to have a higher chance for one than a lower chance for multiples.
Right, but this weakens my higher end units.
Right.
Because out of all this, 5 guys, 2 artillery, 3 fighters, and 1 tank, I'm only gonna get at most 4 hits.
Yeah.
So I landed it. So I got 4 hits.
They're gonna get what, at most 3?
And they get 2, maybe 3. I got 2 hits. Out of 4 tanks and 4 guys and 2 tanks. I guess that's about average, but
Yeah, what it looks like is they basically took the average, whatever the average will be, and that's what you're getting.
kind of. That's pretty much what it is.
I mean, that's why they call it the low. The thing is titled low luck, so.
Oh, so it pretty much gets rid of any type of luck.
Yeah.
Well, both our subs just hit, so I don't know if I would consider that low luck. Considering that I rolled a 2 and he rolled a 1.
Because what I thought I was clicking was the biased dice.
That sounds even worse.
It basically just says that 1s and 6s are less likely to roll than 2s, 3s, and 4s.
That sounds even worse. I don't want to play loaded dice.
It just means that defending is stronger than attacking, more so than normal.
Right.
Because guys can't hit.
Guys are worthless.
And battleships are guaranteed to hit now. And so are fighters on defense. There's a chance of them rolling a 4. Because essentially you're rolling a 5-sided dice and you need to roll a 4.
Yeah. So the odds of those 2 fighters taking out your battleship was basically 0. Because they were guaranteed to hit and you were guaranteed to hit that first round.
Well, if it's 1 battleship, then it's 4.
Right, but you had a battleship and a destroyer and they had 2 fighters. So
Oh, then
6
yeah.
against 6.
Yeah, so then I'm...
So there's the chance of them winning that was actually 0.
Correct, because I got 2 hits.
Because their first automatic hit would be a dink.
Yep.
And you get a second automatic hit, so there was a 0% chance they would win that.
Yes.
And like, I'm not talking figuratively. Like, there was an actual 0%
0%,
chance they
yeah.
win that. That feels weird. It's certainly something. tanks. So what, you have 2 bombers this turn?
Yep.
So if that's the case, the most you could hit with 2 bombers would be 12? No, because you already have... If each bomber hits his time is 2, you'd have 4. So the most you could hit is 20-something. That sounds broken.
Not at all.
Well, if the max you can roll with 2 bombers is 24, that sounds broken to me. So I imagine bombardment shots don't count towards your total power, so you'd have to roll for a battleship. It'd be a 4 or less, and for a
Yeah,
cruiser,
so bombardments are basically the same.
Are they combined with 2 battleships? Is that
Oh, I don't know.
because I wouldn't want that? Because if they're combined,
Oh.
you get 1 hit, and you'd have to roll a 2 to get another hit.
And with bombers, they can only hit one. They can only hit 1 bomber a turn
Oh, really?
because they add together. So he had to roll a 2 or less because I had 2 bombers. So if I had 5 bombers, he has to roll a 5 or less to hit 1.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's.
But I get the idea.
I rolled double 1s and I hit
I'm
for
not seeing
6.
a thing, so
I hit double 1s.
double 1s.
Oh,
So what
so
did you?
each. Okay, so I figure out each bomber is guaranteed to do 2 damage.
Okay.
And then you add the dice roll on top of it.
So at most, is that each bomber? So you roll 6?
Each bomber rolls a die, and you add that number to.
So you just roll 2 dice?
Yeah, so I have 2 bombers, and they both hit 1s, which is 2. And they added that to each of the bombers. Each roll 2 on their own. It's guaranteed. They do guaranteed 2 damage.
Okay.
And then you add whatever's on the roll.
Okay. So at most, if you rolled 2 6s, that's 12 plus 4. At most, you can hit 16 out of 2 bombers.
14.
Did I do that math right? 14.
14. Or no, it is 16.
Because at most, you
Yeah.
start off with 4 and you roll 2 dice.
Yep.
And if you roll 2 6s, that's 12 plus 4, 16.
Yeah. Unless the die is 1 through 3, which would make sense.
Why would that make sense?
Well, because like in this case, I rolled. Because basically I rolled an average bombing raid with 6, which is 3,
Right.
which is 3 per. So
Right.
I'm so confused.
I get it. It's weird. Because you're guaranteed to hit 4. You're guaranteed to hit 4.
Yep. And
Plus whatever you roll.
Yep. And I have a victory city.
You do?
I have the Philippine Islands.
Oh, I wasn't even locked onto you.
Because Japan didn't even attack my transports that were in the open.
Mm-hmm. So in that case, the submarines are much more powerful together.
Yeah, because now you're rolling
one
two.
dice to get 2 or less. Yeah.
Or if you have 2 of them, now you're rolling 4 on the offense.
Yeah. So Japan has 2 battleships, a cruiser and a destroyer, and they only get 2 hits.
Yep.
I really do not like that.
It didn't matter because they had 2 battleships, so I could at most hit 2.
Oh, I guess that makes battleships incredibly worth it.
Yeah, because now you're taking a dink on their guaranteed hit.
Yeah. This stinks because they have 3 guys, so all they needed was a 3 or less.
Yeah.
Which makes it a 50-50 chance as opposed to it being 3 1 out of 6s, which is not 50%.
Well, isn't it?
Is it? Is it? Maybe it is. Okay, let's see.
I took a math
have-
class in this. I would think that I would know it.
What did I just say? How many dice are we rolling?
3.
3 dice, 6-sided. We're looking at least 1 die equal to X, and X is 1. I looked up a calculator. It's
Okay.
less than 50.
Okay, what is it?
42%,
Okay.
which is not 50%. I knew it wasn't 50. So by... Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it incentivizes to just buy 100 infantry units.
Yeah.
Because 6 infantry units is the same equalness of a fighter and an artillery. And 6 infantry units is worth $12. That's not $18. And a fighter and 2 guys is
How much
16.
are guys? Guys are 3.
3. It feels like it might not actually. It feels like it incentivizes just buying a bunch of cheap units.
Right, because other than the meat shield aspect to it, 2 guys are still weaker than a tank. Because a tank is 6, 2 guys are 3. So two guys is 6 and 1 tank is 6.
But defensively, they're the same.
Defensively,
two
2
guys-
guys is better.
Yeah, defensively, 2 guys are better. That's it. Yeah. So it's incentivizing you to buy a bunch of cheap units.
But technically, 2 guys in a normal game is better. Because normally,
You get-
if you
you
have
get
2
2
guys,
one-third
then you're rolling
chances
2 for
instead of
2s versus 1 for
Yeah.
3.
True.
But it really weakens the artillery infantry
Yes.
versus tank guy. Because now the infantry guy just now becomes a tank worth
Mm-hmm.
1 extra point, or it's a 2-hit tank that moves 1 extra
I'll take out their transport.
one less spot and is worth $1 extra.
Mm-hmm.
But you can hit it twice.
Mm-hmm. So if I strategic bomb, I get at least 2, at least 3 actually, because 2's guaranteed.
Yep,
at least
and then
one
you
on the
roll at
dice
least
roll.
one. Yeah.
Assuming they don't roll a 1 on their dice. Because they roll a 2. Oh my gosh. So I get 2 plus whatever I roll. And I roll a 2, so I get 4. Which isn't bad.
Yeah. So yeah, strategic bombing is much better.
It's more consistent.
Well, even so, if you roll a 1, you're rolling a 3 at a minimum, so you can,
Yeah.
which is an average roll, and that's the
Yeah.
lowest you can roll. So
Right, it's more consistent. That's what I meant. You're consistently getting 3 per bomber.
yeah, but if you're
But
rolling,
you're not gonna roll a 20.
and my game crashed.